Well, ViClarity is a software product, and we offer governance, risk, and compliance software. So primarily what we do is we help companies to move away from manual processes. A lot of companies depend quite heavily on Excel spreadsheets, as an example, to run some very critical functions in their business. So what ViClarity does is it helps them to put all of that onto a secure portal online in a highly secure product to allow them to manage risk, compliance, governance, and many other aspects of their business. So it's about bringing an element of security, an element of efficiency, but driving accountability really back through an organization with a tool that's easy to use, quick to implement, and basically allows them to pull reports quite easily. A lot of the time, as I mentioned, they will depend heavily on those manual processes. And the challenge there is maybe an employee built an Excel spreadsheet with a macro and some great calculations behind the scenes. That employee moves to a different position, different role, and somebody's left behind. So that continuity of business, continuity of using that type of a manual process is a huge challenge. And I've worked with many companies over the years who struggle to even understand their own process based on somebody else having initially built it. So I guess that's one challenge. Moving from manual into automation is sometimes brings with a challenge as well. A lot of which is mental challenge, change. Sometimes people don't like change. So I guess, again, it's trying to break that down, making it really simple, and trying not to bite off more than you can chew. A lot of times people want to go from nothing to everything, but I think it's a step process. Start with something small, see value by automating, break down those barriers that might be there, and just get something working very well, bringing value to the business. And once you achieve that, it's then doing more. So it's an evolution, it's a process, it's not a big switch. I talk a lot about there's no big red switch you push to go from manual into implementing a full GRC. So I think it's about doing it with the right processes and the right team. You need to have people who own it, who feel responsible for it, and people, I guess, who are champions internally within the business. And it's not just one champion, it's a team of champions who can take and lead that implementation process when you think about moving into a GRC implementation. I think technology is really revolutionizing what people are looking to do. Again, people spend a lot of time trying to collate information, pulling together outputs from spreadsheets, pulling together different feeds to create different reports. Different committees, different people have different, I guess, likes when it comes to styles of different reporting. So again, technology and automation significantly reduces the amount of time in doing that. I think technology also increases the accuracy of data. So again, if you visualize somebody typing into a spreadsheet versus that of having a tool where you're selecting from a menu, this is the answer, this is the answer. So it's that level of accuracy in data as well, but then it's the ability to have visibility. So I can see within my business where my gaps are, I can see trends of performance. And again, technology helps with all of that. So it's kind of the efficiency, it's the accuracy, but then it's the visibility of the data. So you can take actions quite quickly. So you're not waiting on typically without technology, there can be a lag in terms of availability of information. Now with tech, you can immediately see the gaps. You can immediately identify who's responsible. So it's also driving that accountability factor, which I think is very important. So I think as automation comes into play, I think people will become more comfortable with technology. I think businesses will get more elaborate in how they're managing things. I think the roles even of individuals will change. I think we use a tagline all the time to spend less time chasing and more time analyzing. So I think, again, with the introduction of automation, if you can spend more of your time analyzing the risk profile of your business, looking at the performance of individuals or different functions within your business, and spend time there really trying to dig underneath the data, rather than chasing people by email or by phone to say, hey, will you send me back that information I need? So I think automation will change significantly, and I think it is beginning to change, and more people, even the smaller institutions, are starting to look to introduce automation and technology now. So it's been brilliant. I mean, being out and about with people face to face is always significantly better than Zoom calls, which we spent a number of years now doing Zoom calls. Meeting with people, talking about all the topics that we just discussed, hearing what they see as issues, hearing what they want to see in products, meeting other vendors, potential partners, just being out and about with people has been super. It's been great.